What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, match in progress. We've got Miguel MW2. I don't know if that means Modern Warfare 2. 1377 versus NC's Best, 1510. So anyways, NC's Best is running a LightRay Dragon Plant, a whole bunch of cards that hit the graveyard variant. He played a couple of solar recharges. I believe he discarded Lumina for one. And he just tried to summon Redox by banishing Tempest and JD. So Tempest triggered. That got him a Debris Dragon. Miguel, it looks like he's running either Trap Tricks or Hat. He obviously burnt the Bottomless that he searched for Myrmilio on the Redox itself. Now you see NC's Best wanting to test the waters. Before he summons before he summons Debris Dragon, he summons Jane. He just attacks. He wants to mill. This dude has Dandelion in there. He has Curry Bandits. He has Necro Gardeners. Basically anything. I mean, I don't think he runs any traps. I think the whole deck is just monsters. Miguel just passed. I'm not even sure if he said anything. I don't think he did. And down comes Equips Wyvern. I think you're going to see two attacks, and then you're going to see an Exceed. So he attacks for 34 potentially. And he gets his 34. Now you think high upside exceeds. I guess Abyss Dweller, because against artifacts they don't trigger. Yeah, I mean Abyss Dweller has high upside. 101 has high upside because it's immune to Bottomless. Okay, so his Exceed gets Blackhorn, so I mean all Exceeds are created equal against that card. Nothing much you can do there. Regardless, Equips Wyvern does trigger, which gets him the JD. And that's the whole reason I thought it was pretty much a guarantee that he was going to Exceed, because, you know, he was going to trigger Equips Wyvern regardless. And NC's Best plays so many Dragon Rulers that it's almost a foregone conclusion that he's going to hit one of them and be able to summon Equips Wyvern. Now he tries to summon LightRay Diablos, knowing that he has that many. He has so many freaking light cards in his graveyard with different names, including the Equips Wyvern itself, plus a whole bunch of Lightsworns. Unfortunately, that gets Blackhorned. Now it looks like he's going to banish for Tempest, or excuse me, it's Blaster. He removed Lavalval Chain and Equips Wyvern. That got him Blast on board, and it also got him JE. I'm pretty sure JD's live too. Oh, is JD not live? I would have thought that JD's live by now. I mean, you can't banish any Lightsworn to summon Dragon Rulers. Okay, so JD is live. JD hits the deck in defense. JD triggers. And bye-bye Wiretap. Oh, it's Evilswarm. Okay, so Wiretap and Infestation Infection. He summoned it in defense, I imagine, because he didn't want hand monsters crashing into it. And he didn't even know he was playing against Evilswarm. Oh, by the way, he milled Dandelion and Lone Fire Blossom, and that got him 2 tokens. Miguel says no mas. He's like, I'm not coming back from that. When you look at this matchup, it actually should be in Miguel's favor. I say that because, you know, if you get Ophion out, okay, well, you can't summon Dragon Rulers, right? We saw NC's Best play those. Can't summon JD. I believe he plays 2 or 3 of those. You can't summon any of the LightRay monsters. He plays some of those. There's just so much of his deck that he doesn't have access to. You know what I mean? Granted, he can still summon all of his Lightsworn monsters, but he can't effectively use Debris Dragon. Well, I guess he can. I guess, you know, try and go with. He can go into Exceeds with the monster that he gets back with Debris, but he can't like Synchro. You know what I mean? He can't try and get, you know, like a Curry Bandit or whatever. Well, no, I'm not sure if you can't get Curry Bandit. I think Debris has to be 500 or less, right? He can't get, you know, like Card Trooper or whatever and then go into a Synchro, because that'd be level 7, and he can't do that as long as Ophion is on board. So the problem is, and I played against NC's Best deck, I should have beat him. The problem is you end up getting outpaced by his deck. You know what I mean? There's so many random things that he can mill with Solar Recharge, or Charge of the Light Brigade, or Curry Bandits, and, you know, so much shit triggers from the graveyard. He's got Spore in there. He's got Dandelion to get him free tokens. He's got Necro Gardener to block attacks. He has all 4 Dragon Rulers. All of those motherfuckers, can summon themselves to the from the field or from the graveyard to the field for free by just banishing other shit that you don't really need. He has Equips Wyvern. Now, when it hits the graveyard, it triggers too. So, at some point, he also has Wolf. Wolf is just a free 2100 beater. So, eventually, something has to give, and your opponent is trying to rely on these 1-for-1s, Bottomless, and Black Horns and shit. But when you just get free pluses because shit hit the graveyard, eventually you outpace them. You know what I mean? Because your 1 card is now putting your opponent in a position where they have to use 2 on your 1. I mean, that's just basic advantage in Yu-Gi-Oh! So Miguel starts out with his Rescue Rabbit, which is also his avatar. And I imagine he's going to go double Heliotrope into Ophion. I would highly suggest not getting Infestation Virus. I don't think you get the Pandemic Virus against this deck. I highly suggest that you get Infestation Infection. I don't see Pandemic Virus doing anything. I don't even think that NT's Best plays any traps, and I don't think he plays any spells that he could use against you that would, work against your Ophion. And for some reason, it doesn't look like he's even going to use Ophion's effect, which makes me question why he even summoned it. I mean, I get that it gives you, a protection against a whole bunch of cards that your opponent plays, but still, I mean, you could just search something. I mean, did you draw all of them? So anyways, with the Solar Recharge that discarded Lila, he ended up hitting a Dandelion. This is what I mean. His opponent now, or NC's Best, just got 2 monsters, although they're just tokens, for free. Didn't have to work for him at all. He's just the luck of the mill, you know what I mean? And he still has 6 cards, but now he has just 2 free tokens to do whatever with. He could just summon Spore. He could make a Formula Synchron, draw cards, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't really have to work for that. Plant Synchro was really good at this too, by the way, like way back in the day. So, NC's Best, what is he going to do? I would say there's a chance he might just like summon Lila, try and get a back row. That's another card that you have to account for, because when your opponent summons Lila, you will have to use a card on it. I mean, that's just a fact. He sets 2. I guess, yeah, the one trap he does run is Royal Decree. Miguel summons Myrmilio. I don't know how comfortable I am with that Myrmilio. Not because it's not a great card or anything, but if his opponent has Royal Decree set, then you searching Nightmares and Bottomlesses is kind of like all in vain. That's exactly what he does. And not to mention, I mean, Miguel should be doing like almost 4,000 damage here. But those little 2 chump block tokens that NC's Best got for free, I mean, that just saved him 4,000 life points. So, anyways, Miguel passes turn. It's NC's Best turn now. He flips over an MST, I guess on Bottomless Trap Hole. Yep. Then he plays Equips Wyvern because he knows that he can crash it into Myrmilio. And it's still going to trigger. Unless he plays like D-Prison or something. I mean, and that was like the perfect counter. Okay, so now NC's Best is going to do something completely different. I don't understand what just happened there. Okay, so now he's summoning Garoth. And maybe he wants Garoth to attack Myrmilio, knowing that either way, like she's going to die anything short of D-Prison. And I guess maybe he was looking to keep this on board because maybe he has Honest and then Exceed during his turn. I mean, he'd really have to be looking 2 steps ahead. Now he's saying that he didn't mean to summon Wyvern. I don't know if I believe that. I think if he's playing 2 steps ahead, what I'm seeing is he attacks over this, right? Either way, Equips Wyvern and Garoth, they both attack over this. They all die to the same card, so it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. You attack over Myrmilio. You assume that your attack will be successful, right? And then you say, okay, well, obviously your Ophion is going to try and run over my Garoth, right? I'm going to Honest you, and then I'm going to, during my next turn, summon that Equips Wyvern and attack. Or excuse me, summon that Equips Wyvern, attack with both, and then Exceed. So, okay, I guess Miguel is saying, hey, you can't take that back. You summoned Eclipse Wyvern. Fair is fair. And the reason that I say he may have pulled that play back is because here, if you have Honest, it doesn't really help you. If you crash with Traptrix Myrmilio, I mean, you're not going to use Honest in that situation so that Ophion can just run you over. You know what I mean? If you crash with Myrmilio, you still get, you know, your effect in the graveyard, but you lose your field presence. With Garoth, you don't lose your field presence, so Garoth is like the obvious play there. And when you exceed, yep, see, he attacks Ophion. This dude has Honest. He was trying to do exactly what I think, exactly what I was saying is what he was trying to do. He has Honest in his hand. So, in damage calculation, he uses Honest. He better hope that he doesn't get debunked. Alright, Honest comes down. Ophion dies. And he's still not in a bad position. I mean, well, no, I guess if his opponent draws a bigger monster, he could be in a bad... Oh, shit. Especially if his opponent draws a bigger monster. Regardless, he's not going to be able to trigger that. As long as Myrmilio... I mean, as long as he has that D-Fisher anyway. Miguel needs a bigger monster. He has to obviously be a little concerned about the Garoth that's going to come out. But if he doesn't attack, I mean, he could just lose. He could lose Myrmilio to a Garoth attack, unless he has like a Mirror Force. Oh, never mind. NT's best top decks MST, and now he's just about to go off. He trades in Garoth for Solar Recharge. I really think that he should have attacked last turn, just giving up the Myrmilio because, well, I guess D-Fissure was gonna die anyway, but I think it would have been better to make sure that your opponent couldn't activate Wyvern. Now he goes for Debris Dragon. Target Dandelion. Don't get me wrong, I think that Miguel probably has a Black Horn of Heaven set. It's just, you could have had this monster off board. You know, your opponent doesn't technically have to synchro here. He can exceed. He can exceed into any rank 4 he wants. You can go into fucking Exciton Knight. Even if you negate it, this guy's still going to trigger. And then he'll still have Dandelion sitting there on board chilling. You know what I mean? Okay, so Torrential is triggered. Dandelion and Wyvern are both going to trigger. So he gets himself 2 free tokens. And he gets a card put in the Banished Zone from Wyvern. He goes for Judgment Dragon. After all, I mean, he opens up. I mean, he plays so many cards. You know, so many cards of getting, or so many ways of getting Lightsworn monsters in the graveyard. He just put Garoth in there, and he's milled some. So, you know, I mean, Miguel's just in a very shitty situation. LightRay Diablos comes down. It's gonna target one of these guys. It targets this one. You had better chain that. If not, it goes to the top of the deck. So essentially, you just get trapped. Alright, he plays... I don't even think you can... Yeah, you can't even play that if you don't have any monsters. If you don't have any monsters on board, any Evilswarm monsters. By the way, I don't think that Miguel should have left that card in. I think he should have sided it out. He summons Redux by removing Debris Dragon and equips Wyvern. Judgment Dragon goes to the hand. It's going to attack for 56. I believe this is level 8, right? Oh, shit. Are you level 7? Are you kidding? Wow, he's going to be able to exceed. I thought that was level 8. What's up with all these level 7s with freaking 2800 attack? Now, he got Darkhold. I don't understand why he didn't go for Dracosack. Like, if you go for Dracosack, you just make your opponent burn another card. And then you just drop Judgment Dragon on him and win. So, he drops JD, and that game is over. An absolutely dominating performance from NC's best. Hopefully we can get more duels with this guy. Thank you guys for watching as always.